Good damn morning, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. I take a couple days off and shit hits the fan. Hits the fan, on top of the fan, and around the fan. Shit's everywhere. So, the Washington, I don't know what we call him now. What kind of stupid ass, punk ass, PC, neutered bullshit is a logo gonna be? Because apparently the one they've had since 1971 wasn't good enough, because you know the wokety woke, the woke culture is retroactive. They can go back in time, they can go back to the future to get your ass. So, over the last couple days, the owner of the Redskins, I might as well say it now while I can, right? The Redskins, the owner, Dan Snyder, up until recently, has said he will not change the name of the team. He won't do it. It won't happen. But you start getting pressured by the Wokians, and you're gonna cave. And he did. First, it was the usual pressure for him to do it, because this has happened before. But then FedEx, whose name is on the field that they play on, said, we're going to pull our name from the stadium if you don't change your name. So that kind of started the final death roll for the Redskins. So now they're going to change it. They haven't announced an official replacement for the logo. Now, the logo for the team was drawn, I guess, or someone came up with it in 1971. Guess who drew the logo for the Washington Redskins? A fucking Indian dude. So if the Indian dude who drew the shit wasn't offended by it, then what the fuck are you idiots doing being offended by it? That's always some dumb shit when the person who should be offended, if there's going to be any offense taken, the person who would take that offense could give less than his shit. But of course, the liberal, the destruction of our country from within, is offended for you. Don't worry. You don't have to be offended. I'll be offended for you. I will make you look weak. I'll do that for you. So the Indian dude who wrote the logo for the Washington Redskins, you don't mean shit. Because you obviously didn't have a problem with it, because you're the one who drew it. This shit is crazy. But finally, the Redskins have bowed. They have made a sacrifice at the altar of the Wokians. We are the Wokians. We accept your sacrifice, Redskins. If you do not obey us, we will destroy you. I imagine them as this council of old beings with, the long draping sleeves on their robe. If you don't bow to them, they will destroy you. Your business and your life will be destroyed unless you give the Wokians what they want. Where does it stop? Because now that the Redskins have fallen, who's next? Say it with me. The Atlanta Braves, the Cleveland Indians, the Chicago Blackhawks, the New Jersey Red Wings, the Jeep Cherokee. I mean, you're going to go after the Apache helicopter? They've already pulled names from military bases, so that's probably going to happen next. For real. Shit you would have laughed and joked about around the water cooler at work. Like, wouldn't that be crazy if? Well, this is crazy if time. These are those times. We're living in them right now. Things we would have laughed at and be like, that'll never happen. It's happening. Because now that the Redskins fell, that's it. The precedent has been set. Now they can say, well, they did it. Now you have to do it. Why can't these companies, these CEOs, get some Goya in them? Get a little Goya. Get some balls and some backbone. While you're getting the balls, grab some backbone. Fuck these people. What and when they're naming teams after tribes, when you're naming vehicles after tribes, when you're naming some of the best weaponry on this fucking planet after Indian tribes, it's a sign of respect. When's the last time you saw an Indian in real life? It's a sign of respect. And like these statues and these other monuments and shit that they're tearing down, they want you to forget. They want you to forget America's history because then it's easy to change. If you don't remember something that happened and someone else remembers it very well, it's easy for them to convince you to remember their version of it. So if you're tearing down statues, erasing history, it's easy to rewrite. Because you have nothing to pull from. You have no memory of it. So they're going to tell you what your memory of it is. They're going to tell you what happened. The Wokians are no bullshit if you let them. But like we saw with the Goya company, it can be done. And what the fuck, what's changing? What are you doing? What is happening when you change the name of the fucking Redskins and you start tearing down these statues and pulling all these fucking colored people from these products? What are you doing? What are you changing? Nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing. By you pulling all these names and getting offended and changing the logos, that doesn't do shit. And what are you trying to do? Because every article I read about this shit, when they're pulling some logo or they're changing shit, it's always because of George Floyd, because of the protests by Black Lives Matter. No, that's some bullshit. Black lives don't matter. Black deaths matter. So change it to BDM. Isn't that some kind of techno raver shit? BDM? I don't know, but change it to BDM, not BLM, because black death matters. As long as your death is brought about by a white person, a Mexican person, or an Asian person. If they're black, get the fuck out of here. You don't matter. But if your death is caused by somebody of a different shade, hey, we're here. But your life, no. When you're living, you don't mean shit. The conditions you live in don't mean shit. The poverty, the war zone, the poor health, that don't mean shit until you die. It's like rappers. What do they say? You're nobody until somebody kills you. That is so true with CBLM. Or in this case, I guess, black deaths, BDM. Because the black lives don't mean a fucking thing. They don't care. They don't focus their efforts on changing things. How about black families matter? Because if you fix that, you fix everything else. Family's a foundation. Come on. If the foundation is fucked, so are you. So your black life don't mean shit. Only in death do you matter. Only after it's too fucking late. Only after we've airbrushed another t-shirt. Then you matter. If you're killed by the right person. If not, then even then your black death doesn't mean shit. Black lives matter. When and where? Show me. When and where the fuck do black lives matter? But that's why all these companies are doing this bullshit. Because of George fucking Floyd? How are the two connected? How is the Redskins logo connected to Black Lives Matter? How is it connected to George Floyd? And again, where was this shit last year? Huh? Where was all this bullshit last year? Where were all these companies? Oh, I'm offended, the logo. Where the fuck was it? It's bullshit. So now what are you Redskin fans gonna do? I got a friend of mine who's a Redskins fan. I'm gonna talk to him, see what he thinks about it. That is so fucking stupid. The logo was drawn by an Indian dude. Come on. How offensive could it be? I cannot wait to see what they are going to replace with the Redskins logo. Man, that is going to be the most pussy shit you've ever seen. So there you go. Whatever Indian tribe they had in mind when they drew the logo, fuck you. Fuck honoring you. Fuck showing respect to you. You'll be forgotten. Just like the other shit they're tearing down, unless we do something, it will be forgotten. That's what they want. If you're educated, they can't fuck with you. If you know your history, they can't fuck with you. That's why they got to take away your history, so they can fuck with you. This shit is, I couldn't believe that shit. For like last week when I heard about it, you know, when it was getting closer to happening, and they were Dan Snyder, the owner, was talking again. He said, I'm not going to do it. Man, he did it. The Wokians have won again. You will obey us, or we will destroy you. Basically. And these fucking companies are tucking their tails and they're whimpering and they're cowering and bowing to these fucking monsters. And who supports this shit? I seriously doubt the majority of the country support this bullshit, but it's happening. Why? I don't want them to change the logo. I can really give a shit about the Redskins. But to take that logo away, that's some bullshit. That's something that's going to affect us all. This PC shit will bleed into all of our fucking lives. It already has. I was at the grocery store the other day. I saw that Land O'Lakes butter box. It's just a fucking circle now. There's nothing. It says Land O'Lakes and a circle. Remember the pretty little squaw they had in there? Nope. That offended some deep V-neck, soft handshake, fucking whip foam, pussy latte drinking motherfucker. So they changed it. And that was the beginning. Now we got all the rest of them taken away. Now you got major sports teams changing their logo. That was drawn by the motherfucker who was supposed to be offended. Hollywood couldn't write this shit because they're talentless pieces of shit. But anyway, Hollywood couldn't write a script like this. Truth is truly stranger than fiction. So you had an Indian dude draw an Indian logo, but now people who aren't Indian are offended by the Indian guy's Indian logo. All right, I just wanted to get that straight. I just wanted to make sure that we were really down the fucking Alice in Wonderland rabbit hole. Holy shit. All because of an organization that claims they care about certain lives, but they really only care about those deaths. This is some crazy shit. When are we going to wake up? When are we going to get some social smelling salts under our noses so we wake the fuck up? We can still stop this. Through trying to make us forget our history, they're trying to make us forget who we are and forget the power that we have. Yes, these maniacal little money-hungry, corrupt pieces of shit are in charge, but only because we let them. All we have to do is vote for different people. I think. Is that still how it works? Or are they going to send out they're going to do this mail-in ballot bullshit, not let anybody go to the polls, so then some dead person can vote. That's what they're going to do. They want a bunch of motherfuckers who shouldn't be voting to vote. Remember they were talking about lowering the voting age to 16. 16? Motherfucker, you can't even keep your room clean. You're going to be picking who runs the country? But that's what they want. They want it all fucked up. I think it was ABL the other day. I saw he did a video about somebody's fucking dead cat got a ballot in the mail. This is what it's really all about. all these other, shiny, sparkly things going on that they want us to pay attention to. What they're really trying to do is grab power. And that is through the vote. Even those dumb fucks know how powerful voting is. Even those mouth-breathing dumbasses know how important voting is. That's why they want to fuck with it. Even through all of this shit, we still have the power of the vote. We need to remember that. We need to stop being the silent majority. We need to stop being the sleeping giant. We need to wake the fuck up and take this shit back, and it can be done overnight. If it can be undone overnight, it can be done overnight. Look at what happened with Trump. That shit happened like that. People got tired of it, and they put somebody in there who's going to change that shit. And when I say we have the power to vote, I don't just mean for the president. I would say even more importantly, governors, senators, mayors on more of a local level. That's the shit that really affects us. But no matter what level it's on, we still have the power. Call us He-Man. We have the power. And if you weren't a child of the 80s, you're on YouTube now. YouTube fucking He-Man. He-Man's slogan or whatever. We have the power. We need to flex that shit. Because if we change who's in there doing this shit, the things they do will change. Our lives will change for the better. We will get our Uncle Bens back, our Aunt Jemimas, our Land O'Lakes, and the fucking Redskins. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There's about to be an avalanche of this shit happening. All the teams I named before, all the ones with Indian logos and Indian names and shit, those are all going to be changed. Fucking sad. Like I said, things we would have laughed at before that we said never would have happened, it's already happened. Oh my goodness. What is that bitch ass Redskins logo gonna look like? Oh man. Oh man. It's probably gonna be some white person like kneeling down saying I'm sorry or some shit like that. It's gonna be some Indian standing like Captain Morgan with his foot up on a cowering white person. And it's just gonna say, I'm sorry on the white person's shirt. No, it's gonna be a picture of an Indian sitting down, and the white people are gonna be washing his feet in a fucking basin, right? Stupid. That's what they want it to be. That's what these guilt-ridden piece of shit liberals want it to be. There's going to be something like that where they're the Indians like standing on a bunch of dead white people or some shit. Oh, don't worry. When they release that logo, I'll be doing a video on that stupid ass shit too. Man, let me hop in this damn rat race. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell, because every time it rings, a piece of shit liberal cries. Get your Jericho Green notification tone. Link in the description box. Utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.